If there's one thing we have in common, it's the fact we all been in a parking lot before. It's like that one old saying, the only thing guaranteed in life is death. But nah, nigga, we need to update that today because everyone currently watching this video at this moment has been in a parking lot before. And if you haven't, please put your Cash App up in the comment section so we can support you with whatever turmoil you're currently going through in your life. Sadly, that was a joke. I'm just above the poverty line. Still don't know, a majority of us have been in parking lots before. I took the liberty to formulate a small list of rules I think everybody should abide by. And on that note, let's get into rule 1. Don't park directly next to me when the lot's empty. It ain't rocket science, and you don't need to be accepted in an Ivy League school to wrap your head around the concept. If the parking lot's empty, why park next to me? Can you tell me that genuinely? Yes, you watching. Can you enlighten the class? Cause we're waiting on a response. Like I thought, got shit to say. And you know what? Having nothing to say is not even a bad response because none of us truly understands this phenomenon. The only reason I could think of a person doing something like this is if they had a form of OCD. Something gotta be whispering in that ear.
Oh, bitch-ass nigga, park next to that car.
But why? The lot's empty.
Bitch, park next to that car or everyone's gonna die.
Okay, you're scaring me.
And I completely understand if the car you're parking next to is closer to the entrance. I'll give you that, cause I know I'm personally parking closer to the door, whether the person I'm parking next to like it or not. The land of the free, nigga. It's just one thing I can't understand at all about people that park next to me. It's in the rare cases where a car is in a damn near empty lot, nowhere near the front entrance, and a person built like Barney still parks right next to the car. Like, bitch, the audacity of you. And I know everybody watching this has experienced this at least once. And now I'm really thinking about it too. There's literally no benefit at all for parking next to a random person. If the lot's empty, right, multiple parks available, it's so vacant you can hear the wind howling through the bit. But still, for some strange reason only God knows, the NPC in question still parks next to another car. But what they don't think about, by doing this, you just now added the possibility of scratching somebody's whip in the process of parking your car, or putting a dent in somebody's car because you decided to open your door too quick. Matter of fact, the dent might not even come from you. Like I said earlier, the wind howling, nigga. But you know what, y'all? Forget everything I just said. I'm acting like the car next to the NPC is the only one in danger. Nah, the NPC's car is now in harm's way too, because the person they park next to might do everything I just said, or even worse. And yeah, I'm being a little theatrical right now, but the point I'm getting at is parking next to somebody automatically adds the possibility of something happening to either car, when the alternative of parking away from a person's car holds the benefit of both vehicles leaving intact, ultimately ensuring the safety of the cars. Rule 2, stop going over the lines. This right here is the definition of entitlement. Never in my 20 years of living have I felt the need to double park because I was so paranoid or bothered by the idea of somebody parking next to me. Like, sit your ass down somewhere with that. If you don't want nobody next to you, just go further away from the entrance. Period. And I know I was just yapping about how NPCs will still park next to you no matter what. And I ain't gonna lie, you just gonna have to hold that L. Like, that's just life, bro. It happens to the best of us. And I'm acting a little pressed about it because do y'all know how annoying it is for you to be looking long and hard for a parking spot and you finally get a glimmer of hope? You see a promising area, you see a little bit of space available, just for closer inspection to show a douchebag done double parked.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
It doesn't get much more aggravating than that. Rule 3, stop having conversations while connected to your car speakers. Maybe. People who talk on their phone while it's connected to their car is a blessing and a curse in the same breath. They're a blessing for the simple fact it's quick entertainment. Trust and believe there's no better hit of dopamine than overhearing a crazy conversation between two people that don't know a nosy nigga like me is listening in. And I got a quick story time of when I had overheard one of these in the car convos. This one time I had pulled up to the gas station by my house to go ahead and grab me some late night sweet treats. So I do what a brother came to do. I grabbed the snacks and I hit it back to my car. But while I'm getting back up in the whip, tell me why I overhear a girl at the pump next to me going off on somebody. She had said
how the fuck can you do her like that? She loves you.
with the person she was talking to responding, clear as day, coming from the car speakers.
Hold on, who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
I ain't gonna lie, after I had heard those two little back and forth joints right there, I was all ears. Like, y'all gotta understand, somebody else had to live to tell this tale. Exactly what I was saying to myself in the safety of my vehicle. But long story short, the girl had her dad on Apple CarPlay going off on him because allegedly he was being mad mean to her mom or whatever. In my response to these strangers' in-house domestic violence, bravo, bravo! Hey, let me get some tickets to the next joint. Yeah. I'm gonna be at the next one. But moving on to the bad things about having private conversations while connected to your car. Honestly, it's really no downsides like that. I only added it to the list more so for a reminder to people that think being in a car is the pinnacle of soundproofing technology. Sorry to tell you, it's most definitely not. Rule 4, refrain from doing the matter of fact, it is something trash about people blurring out their personal life in a car. The times when you're not trying to hear the shit. We all been there before. You in a car chilling when out of thin air, somebody pull up talking hella loud about things you just don't care to hear. And it always be a shorty that look like their name is Catherine, giving a whole recap on little Susie's soccer game. With all due respect, I'd rather listen to the talk to a podcast than having to overhear suburban soccer mom lore. Dead ass. Rule 4, for real. Restrain from doing the nasty in your car. Now listen here, gentlemen and madams. I understand the struggle. I do. You still live with your parents, you can't do it in the house. Or you might have hella roommates and you ain't trying to bother them with your freakiness. Or maybe y'all just couldn't wait, cause that's also an option. Whatever your reason may be for smashing in a car, just remember, for starters, it's illegal. You know, that goes without saying. I don't wanna be no t-shirt pet ass nigga right now, but yeah, I just gotta put that out there. Back on topic though. If you're gonna do it in your whip, you shouldn't be nowhere near civilization. And that's on everyone's soul that's watching. Unfortunately, it's been 3 times in my life where I've seen people get sneaky in a car. Once at Navy Pier, another time at a McDonald's parking lot, and one more time at a Portillo's. This time in particular, they had the nerve to be parked at the front of the restaurant, mind you. Like, what type of freakasaurus shit you gotta be on to do that? You can't tell me that's not some type of fetish or something, cause they did not care to be seen with a nasty ass. But I say all this to say, ain't nobody trying to see all that. As I mentioned earlier, just make sure you're away from people, because at the end of the day, you don't know who's watching. And I'm not referring to no weirdos, because to be fair, you're doing it in a public space. So that's your fault if a strange specimen get a sneak peek at them cheeks. My real concern is for the kids who may see something they ain't supposed to see, because I just listed 3 occurrences where I seen explicit activities happening. And guess what? I wasn't even 18 when I seen any of that stuff. So whether you care or not, you might be exposing kids to things they shouldn't even have an idea of.
You filthy animal.